Boom. What it do, collective? What it do, though, tribe? What it do, though, divine? How everybody doing today? Hope everybody had a great day today. Let me see if I can get this lighting going a little bit better over here. I think I may need to move this light over here. Eventually, I had things in place where I can really get down to business. I don't know how lighting works. I'm learning. Let's see. I have to use the lamp for now. So I just want to make sure everybody be able to see here what I got going on, what I have going on. Okay. Let's see. This is something that I just created. I'm just starting up. Today is my first day of working on this workshop that I have coming up. So I'm going to speak a little bit about my workshop. So when I explain to y'all like who I am, who I say I am that I am. I am who I am. I am who I say I am, respectively. So it came to me today. The Most High, he been telling me like, hey, try and go on YouTube and do a video on your first part of your workshop. So this is like part one of my workshop that I'm going to be introducing to my subscribers, which is my collective, and for other people to come in behind my collective that I have now. And I appreciate y'all collective for being my subscribers so early and supporting me through this process, getting to know me through my shorts. I hadn't had too many views on my videos, which that's fine. It's okay. You guys will get there. I just have to keep putting in work, stay in the course. So, So this is the beginning stage, which is part one of my workshop that I'm going to be introducing to my collective here and my tribe, partner with the divine, which they always watching. They here in YouTube, they everywhere, so I'm appreciative of that. So I have to really focus on allow myself to keep my frequency open and stay in communication with the Most High. And so I have to wait on divine guidance on a lot of things, even when I speak. So you'll see me pause and say, and get a little lost because I don't really know how to speak too perfect just yet, but I'm getting there. So this is the beginning stage of my workshop, and I'm excited to be here. I tried to do this another way, and as you can see, you can see where I already kind of scratched some things on the board and erased it. So I started, and I'm just going through the cycles, the motions, going through the process of allowing this to come out of my inner being to everyone that's watching here on YouTube. And I always speak about networking, and things like that. And I believe in helping communities. As you can see with the vegetables, I still haven't passed out more vegetables just yet. So I'm getting there. I just got off work today. It was a pretty long day today. I'm a little tired, but I got to be here to do this. So communities. That's what it's all about. I think we need to get back to old school. I think we need to get back to an old school understanding or understanding, understanding, overstanding of um, building communities back up the old school way. And, so I have to step into my power now and speak this truth. It's only my truth. This is what I lived all my life. I was a migrant worker. And I went from kindergarten to seventh grade, got held back, started seventh grade, and then I was going to be too old to be in the seventh grade. Went to skipped eighth grade. No, I finished seventh grade. I did seventh grade twice. Then I was supposed to be in the eighth grade, and we moved to New York, so that I was going to be too old to be in school with the other kids. And I was 15. I was going to be turning 16 in the eighth grade. I guess that was going to be too old. So they thought. So they bumped me up to the ninth grade, and I finished ninth grade pretty good, and I did really well, I think, in my ninth grade year. 10th grade I started, but I didn't finish, and that was it for me with school. My mom believed in putting me to work. So when I got to 10th grade, we moved back to Florida. So when I got to Florida, if you miss over 15 days, they had just came out with that rule. If you missed over 15 days, they would unenroll you out of school. And so my mom didn't take it serious. She didn't care. I didn't have no guidance. That was my education right there. So I don't have an education, GED, high school diploma, any of that. But I did make ways throughout my life, and I fought hard. I worked hard. I had many jobs, many jobs. And I worked. I always was a hard worker. That's what my mom always believed in. Teaching me how to be a hard worker. So working in the field, picking oranges and apples, cucumbers, and pears, prunes, and peaches, and things like that. Bell peppers, man, it was rough. My day started at 7 a.m. In the field working, rain, cold, didn't matter. At 7 years old, I was working like a grown man, and I hated it. I thought it wasn't fair. Because no other kids were doing that. Living in shacks and the outhouse outside. You got to go take a poop outside. You got to bathe in the bucket. Some camps, you got to go in the shower where everybody else shower in the same shower. It's been times I slept on the school bus because we were taking the migrant workers from Florida to New York, and and ends up, I don't know, sleeping on the school bus and working out in the fields at 7, maybe 6. I think I was then. I started maybe at 6 years old, actually, and sleeping on the school bus. I'll never forget that. We had to work all day and then come back and bathe in the lake. And that was one time, and that's all it took was just that one time to like experience that. And I hated that, but we slept on that bus. No, I bathed in that lake more than once. I think we made to stay there maybe a couple weeks, and that was rough, man. Me and my brother, my sister with my mom, we were the only kids. Everybody else was grown that I can remember. I think maybe because it was a lot of Haitian people that was on the bus with us when they was first coming to America. So I think some of them had like little babies, you know what I mean? If I can remember, that's something I did push away that I don't want to remember back then, so just growing up doing that, living that way, I didn't think it was fair and I hated it. But I kind of liked it, because it was like being in the field and you working and you could be at peace and you could get a peace of mind. And that was so blissful to me, just working. But when it's raining and it's cold, it wasn't fun then. But always kept that mindset that it would make me tougher and it would make me stronger. And I just kept doing that. But you get talked down on, you get a whooping if you didn't work fast enough, if you sat down, if you took too long eating your sandwich or whatever. Um, worked through all of that, and in and out of schools. So it was rough, man. It was really rough. So I didn't have my first pair of name brand shoes until I was 15 years old. I had a pair of Charles Barkley's Nikes, my first um, pair of shoes. My mom, she didn't care about that kind of stuff. It just did whatever. So um, when I got up about, 17, 18, I just started just trying to figure a way out. And there was no one there to teach me but people in the street. So I kind of went the street way. Um, and I and as I was going through the street way, I would try and work, get a job, and I would get a job as like working on the back of a garbage truck. That was nice for me. I did that, but I didn't have transportation to get to work. So that canceled that job. And then I worked at a restaurant with my mom. I didn't like it because I didn't want to work with my mom. You know what I mean? Um, and at that time, I think I was making like 410 an hour, and I was working like 45 hours a week or whatever. And I think I was bringing in like after taxes, I was bringing in like $480 every 2 weeks. And my mom would take my whole check and give me $50. So I didn't want to work. And I'm like, what is this crap? You know what I mean? Like, so my brother, same thing for him. And I'm like, and the rent back then wasn't but like 350. My check paid the rent and the lights. His check can pay, you know what I mean? What's she gonna pay? You know what I mean? So I was like, then next thing you know was this, that, and the other. And so, I used to be depressed a lot. And I couldn't, I always wanted to try and find somebody to help guide me and, work with people. And I get a job, and I always got good jobs doing carpentry work, but they didn't last long. So I had many, many, many jobs. So I got into moving furniture, and I loved it that, and that carried me for a while. And then I worked my way into getting into trucking school and truck driving, and went through a lot through all those phases up until now. As you can see on my video, all I spoke about was getting back on the truck, and I don't want to live in Indiana at my buddy's house because I deserve better than that. You know what I mean? Because I worked hard to build my career as a truck driver. I'm a great truck driver. I'm a top of the line truck driver, and it was, I was, it's for me. So I enjoy it, and that's what I'm doing now, and it supports me by myself. So I don't need to be in a relationship with a woman and get married and things like that, and take both of our incomes to support both of us. I can support a family of four off of income that I make now, just driving truck, with my wife, and we can live good, you know. So um, I always believed in that the jobs that I had, I would want to get jobs that made sense. That when there wasn't any other jobs around like restaurant work, if it got slow, that wasn't really going to go nowhere. So I wanted to have jobs uh, were always going to be there, like truck driving, or you could do nursing. Excuse me. Those two of the biggest things you want to, step into without a lot of education, like a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. So I knew truck driving was very lucrative. So I would I can think back now, back when I was 17, 18, looking for a job in the newspaper back then. We didn't have computers, and all you saw was Class A drivers, Class A drivers. And I was like, man, I got to get my CDLs. And I fought so hard to get there, and I finally did it. Back in 2008, I started trucking school in December and finished on February the 1st when I had got my CDLs. February 1st, I achieved my CDLs February 1st, 2009. And I went through a lot of different things in truck driving. It started off making little to no money, and then I was out of the truck because of this, that, and other. Like, man, I went through a lot. So, but I did make it, through. So I'm definitely experienced. I'm a veteran driver. I call myself an outlaw driver, so I know the trucking business. So I've been around in logistics, been around trucks, like 20 years, I'd say. A good 20 years, I've been around trucks. So I know logistics. I know anything about logistics. Like, I'm an expert at logistics. So that's what I do now. And as you can see, now I'm back in the truck. You see how my life is better now. So so now it's the next phase of my life. And I didn't know it was going to be here setting up a workshop on YouTube. It came to me like last night, and then today I went and got this board. And so I can really actually, I can actually start my workshop, and it just flowed. So I just went with the flow, and here I am, speaking about my life and how I've gotten to this point, this stage in my life, and to having a workshop. And it's divine guidance, it's from the Most High. And he been knocking on my door like, hey, today, like, hey, get ready to, do this. And I tried one way and it wasn't working. So I was like, let me go this way. And it seems like it's better this way. So in this first part of the workshop, I just give you a history of my life, of a brief description of my life and how I got into logistics, basically. So if you pay attention and you follow this first workshop, you can see my growth into who I am. And who I say I am, that's who I am, Son of the Most High. And I'm going to show you. I'm not just going to sit here and talk. I mean, you watch my other videos, you'll know my story. Everything I just spoke about, I already only spoke about these things in my other videos. So you might want to catch up on my old videos, because now what I'm going to show you is something you had no clue or no idea even existed. And it was so easy to get into something like this. And this is not a class to charge you anything. I'm going to show you. And so that way, and I'm going to keep showing you. And I'm not going to charge you a dime. But now if you want to network and we can keep building a community, which it's going to start from a company. And of course, it's going to take finances. If you feel like you want to be a part of the 369 Galactic Angelic Empire Federation, and that just came to me today, then we can partner up. You can step in, and I have a lot more things, like infinite things that I have access to just in my vessel, and blueprints to help build communities the right way, the old-fashioned way. So I may be out of whack with these, with me speaking now, the videos and things that I'm saying. So you got to work with me. I'm kind of a little, I don't know. I'm just feeling a little different right now. I didn't think I was going to go into a lecture, about my life again, but I think I had to get to this stage about what this workshop is and what it's all about. And what gave me the idea to do a workshop here on YouTube. And it came from the Most High, so I really have to focus on communication to be able to do this. And it's going to grow more, as you're going to see in the other workshops. But this is just a brief introduction right now, I should say. I don't know how to type and write things, and I have so much going on, but I do my best. So what you see is what you get, and you get real. You know what I mean? I don't try and doctor it up, make nothing look good. If it's on there, it's on there. So, and I appreciate everybody just for, supporting this channel and supporting me in the divine and the Most High. He's definitely appreciated of her. And the divine mother, the Most High mother, like, yeah, that's my baby, man. She love her baby, like, and she's proven to me all the time, So he definitely does. My pops, man, he wild about me. You know what I mean? Like, he's so loving. I can talk about him all day, but I'm gonna show you how he works in my life. I'm not gonna read from no book or nothing. Now, I said before that I wasn't gonna write things down and speak about them, but I think I'm gonna have to, because it seemed like I'm getting nudged to go that way. So moving forward, I'm going to be writing things down and speaking about things that I'm going to write down, because I have to actually walk you through these processes of helping yourselves when you come here, and not selling you anything. I'm just giving you what's given to me as a gift. So this is my gift to you, because I received a gift from the Most High, and the divine. So they collaborate with me and everything, and I'm appreciative of it. So I hope everyone else reciprocate the energy and be appreciative of what I'm sharing with the collective here on YouTube, and anyone that's watching. They watching. We're gonna come together, and things are starting to come together and flow, because we're in the process of bringing the kingdom of heaven upon the earth. So this is one of my workshops. Now I think I'm gonna do more workshops moving forward. So I may get a little more fancy with lights and stuff like that, so you can actually see what I'm introducing to help communities, without going and trying to do stock markets and things like that. I'm going to show you how you have money in your communities, and you don't realize that the whole time you've been shown this projection of to do stock market, when you don't have to do stock market. All you have to do is work within your community, and you have to definitely move with unconditional love, most definitely, or it's not going to work. And that brings in, with having unconditional love for one another, that's going to bring in a lot more experience between the individuals that are networking and want to work with other individuals and help build up communities. So we have to build businesses which can create new financial markets for communities, not for certain individuals. You can work a regular 9 to 5, and you've probably been there 15 years, and you probably may have money in your 401k. I'm going to show you some ways where you can just network with other people, and you can use your money and create your own way into the same federation here, this galactic, this 369 and this 369 galactic angelic empire. And we're going to be under the umbrella of, we're going to be ushering in the kingdom of heaven coming upon the earth. And this is going to go infinite ways. So this is just the beginning. And this is just baby steps. But this, what I'm going to kind of show you here, is like my baby. I've been, I was guided this way, and I saw it. I used, my third eye, my psyche, to see these things, which people can say the Holy Spirit, but this is the way I learned how to deal and speak with spirit and the Most High and the divine. I just really deal directly with source. So and I just be me. I don't do anything fancy. You hear how I sound, hear how I talk, you know where I come from. So Uh, I don't have an education. That's why I spoke about that. But I'm going to show you what type of, angelic being I am and what I'm here for. I'm here for the greater good of all in truth and righteousness, period. So I'm going to show you some things that people don't show you on no platform. I'm going to show you this one thing right here that's going to be so blissful, and you're going to say, "Wow, um, man, it works like that." Yeah, it works like that, just that easy, And I'm going to be breaking down so many things. I wanted to get a bigger board, but this is on the size I can uh, get right now, and I had to do something today. So I'm just going to, just like I say, giving you a background of where I come from and my experience, my life experiences, which got me to this time on this timeline here in this moment in space, sharing something with you all that's a gift, from the Most High, from the divine to help humanity. And you may not look at it like it's, oh, that can't be possible, whatever, but I'm going to keep talking this every day. I'm going to show you some more things, that how this can go a lot of different ways. And this right here works because this right here, what this is, what I'm working on, it's an essential. You may have to excuse my spelling. I'm not. It's an essential. What I'm going to show you here. It's definitely the number one essential on the planet. And you know what that is? Food. Food. Everybody got to eat. Everybody has to eat, right? But I'm going to tell you something about a produce market. And remember, I said that I did produce all my life. I picked produce. Now I know how to make it into a business where communities can make money, and I can show you how it can grow into something even bigger than just produce. So I'm gonna scratch this off the board. Once I get a little more fancy and get an eraser, I just got what I can get. This little thing right here came with it, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Like it's supposed to erase it off, but I don't think it's too small for me. But produce. You'll never guess produce is a huge financial market done the right way. But I can show you this. I can give you the blueprint right now. And you'll say, man, why would he show that to everybody? Everybody can do it. No, you can't. You can't do it. You got to be experienced in produce to do it. I can give you the blueprint now. Like, here we go. Okay, with produce. Let's say I drive trucks, so I've hauled things like watermelons. Watermelons. Everybody like watermelons when it's watermelon season time, and people buy them like crazy. You run into the bins in Walmart. They have the watermelons in the bins in Walmart. Costco's, wherever you go, they sitting on a pallet. When you walk in the store, that's one of the first things you see, watermelon. Right? You wouldn't even believe this right here makes money. You can make money off of watermelon. You want to know how? When you start working with 369 Galactic Angelic Empire Federation, the Galactic Federation, some people know what I'm talking about, speaking about when I speak that. You can, you know what I mean? You know, you in the right place. So that's what I work with. And so I work with celestial beings. I work with these celestial beings, man. I really do. So ain't nothing for me to be scared of. You can't hide it no more. The whole world knows UFOs and other stuff out there. Come on, man. This galaxy right here, all these planets here, you think human beings the only thing that's in this galaxy, in the universe? Come on. The gig up. So anyway, that's my support. So okay, let's say with watermelons, right? You walk in Walmart, you see the bin of watermelons. I'll go back to the bin of watermelons. I'm not a good drawer or whatever. They sitting on a pallet in the store. So I used to haul these by the truckload. And so 52 bins of watermelons. Right there. Let me draw that. Let me do it this way. I'll get a little better at teaching this or whatever, but I'm doing my best. I never done this before, so it's my first time ever watermelons. So you get bins of watermelon. So usually I get 52 bins on the truckload. On the truckload. So you usually get 52 bins will fit on a truckload of watermelons. Those 52 bins, let's say, depending on what the market rate is. So now I have to find a place to buy the watermelons, the 52 bins, which that adds up to like 2,600 watermelons. I can't remember the exact amount, but I'll get into that part later. But I'm just giving you a brief lesson about, you know, creating generational wealth, helping build communities. So without going to the stock market. And so here, you get 52 bins of watermelons for $6,000. Hopefully everybody can see that. Okay, I pay $6,000 for it. Now, let's say the market rate, say, you know, they're going for wholesale to, let's say if I buy them out of Florida, I buy the truckload of watermelons from Florida, because that's where I used to haul them from, buy them from Florida. Excuse me, bring it up here to, let's say, Massachusetts, where I'm living now. Now, once I get here, they may go for $13,000. Now, if I pay $6,000, I'm gonna make $13,000. So now I pay $3,000 for a trucking company to haul it. hauling fee. So now out of that, you got a $3,000 hauling fee, and then minus your $6,000 out of the watermelons that you purchased, which now you're gonna spend $9,000. So now that $9,000, you got $4,000 left. Profit. You got a $4,000 profit. So you may ask and say, wait a minute, how you gonna do that? Who you gonna sell it to or whatever? I can't tell you that part. You know what I mean? Not just yet, but I can do this. Because other people doing it. Walmart doing it. This exact thing Walmart doing. If you get it, you get it. If your third eye open, you get it. But I can give you blueprints on something that I'm working on, which I'm going to be working on this in another about 6 months. So I'm building my company up now, which is called, it's going to be Perishable Food Solutions. That's why I needed a bigger board. So I'm going to erase all this. Perishable food solutions, which is PFS for short, aka PFS for short. So I've been working on this project for a while. Well, I hadn't thought. I tried to put it in motion, but I didn't have the right people to network with, and it wasn't my time. And Most High say, yeah, it's your time now. So go on YouTube and, and let the public know, like, hey, it's money in this type of stuff. You know what I mean? So that's why when I speak about networking and doing business, this is like my baby right here. And I'm just giving you an idea of that. Just this one little thing right here. This one little watermelon right here. I'm just giving you an example of one thing that I can buy and sell. And how to buy it? I know how to buy it. I know how to buy watermelons. And I know who to sell them to. And I don't have to be on the corner selling them like most people in my neighborhood. I told them about this. I'm like, hey, man, you want to go in with me on 50-50 on this? And we can pay $3,000 a piece. And then we can split $2,000. That's $2,000 extra in 1 week. We can do one truckload a week and make $2,000. And just be a middleman and make $2,000 each. They didn't want to do it. I'm sitting on 15, 20,000. They know it. They still didn't want to partner with me. I'm talking about I had $15,000, $20,000 saved up in my pocket to make a move on this, and I knew I needed help because I was, trucking on the road. You see how hard I work, and I go to work on the truck. That's all I was doing. So back then, I would leave and go out for like anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks at a time, and I lived on the truck for like 3.5 years with nowhere to live. Just when I got back home on a Friday, I stayed out 6 weeks usually. I get back home on a Friday, I'm back out on the road on Monday, and that's what I did. And so I, was calculating. I was saving a lot of money, making good money, and things didn't work out. So, but it's nothing to cry about. And I kept approaching people about this, business right here. They didn't want to hear it. That's how I started knowing, like, I'm different. Man, I think I'm from Pluto, man. I'm from Pluto. I'm not from Earth. And I started saying things like that. And this girl I was with at the time, she was like, you know what, you might be right. I see what you mean. I'm like, yeah. Because I learned one thing. Once my tax bracket changed, my tax bracket was different than other people tax brackets that knew me and I grew up with, family, friends, whoever. People changed with me. And they would always ask questions. Hey, man, ain't seen you in a while. You still driving truck? That'll be 6 months. 2 years later, you still driving trucks. That's all you got to say. Hey, man, I got a business you want to go in on, man, buying and selling watermelons, man. You want to go in with me on it? Buying and selling watermelons. I know so-and-so them was doing that. Man, yeah, they do was they buy them down here. They give you this whole story and just forget your story. You just gave them an offer. They skipped your offer and go to telling you about somebody else or what somebody else was doing. And that's what they was doing. They would be like, they would get a trailer, load the watermelons up, get them out of Florida, take them on to Georgia, man, and sell them on the corner. They got this Arab guy, let them sell the watermelons, and they say they have tomatoes and stuff too, and he'll let them sit in the store, and they sell out in 2 days, man. They making like $2,000. Yeah, right. And then you got to ask people, hey, you want watermelons and all that? That's not the way I do it. Remember, this is a business. This is an empire. And I don't like to say empire to be better than somebody or like I'm bigger than somebody or whatever, but only what you build in an empire, because that's the way they talk and the way they understand. So we use words like this when you're angelic being, you know what I mean? You don't want to be in competition with nobody, but okay, you want to be an empire, we'll call it empire too then, because you want to play. You know what I mean? You want to tell me about somebody else when I offered you can spend $3,000 with me. I spent $3,000. You spend $3,000. That's $6,000. We make a $4,000 profit. We both get $2,000 each. Now you do that once a week. Once a week, you do this once a week. For let's say 8 weeks. You do that once a week for 8 weeks. You just made $16,000 in 2 months. And you didn't even do nothing but find where to buy them from and find the people who to sell it to, and who to sell them to. That's all you did. And I've been doing trucking. I haul so many watermelons. I know this business. I know what I'm talking about. I've only been doing it for like 16 years. So and that's just watermelons. So that's just part one of this workshop today. And it may look rough. I may sound a little rough, coming off a little rough and whatever, but I'm just me. So I'm just here to network with people, link up with people, because I don't need people to be passing up money like this for their communities, because you can take this 16,000 you just made like this, and then with my 16,000, and we got 32,000. Let me erase this off. Now we go like this. I got my little cover here. Trying to hold this up. Now, we save that because we both already working. We say, hey, man, we're going to save that $2,000 extra a week. I'm not about to go buy no damn car or no gold tank. I wish I would, man. So we take the 32,000. That's a truck right there. Out of that 32,000. Now we got this truck right here. This 32,000 would pay for the truck. It'll pay for the tag, the insurance, and everything right here. This pay for everything just for the tractor. In 2 months. and now we both working. So then we say, well, you know what? Let's say somebody else come in and say, hey man, man, y'all got a truck? Like, yeah, man. So now I got an extra 3,000 in my pocket. My other partner got an extra 3,000 in his pocket. So now he got 6,000. So now we got 6,000 together. 6,000. So now we say, you know what? We need another person to come in with us because we need to try to get 25,000. We need to try to get 25,000, and we need another person that got, we can get $19,000 to get a trailer. We can find a decent price on a reefer trailer. You know what I mean? And now, instead of paying 3,000 for somebody to haul it, that's 3,000 back in our pocket. So now that's another 50. Instead of us having 2,000 piece of load, we got. I'm just giving you just numbers now. I'm not giving you the breakdown yet, all the way. So let's say another person come in and say, "Hey man, I got 20K I put in with y'all. Y'all got a truck." And then we say, "Okay, you got 20K. He got a 20K he'll put in. He'll do 20K. He can put in 20K. And all he's gonna do is be a silent partner." So now all he want to do is see a return on his investment. This silent partner right here. So now he just invested 20,000. So now you got to think of a way to say, okay, you go in with us. We'll say we let you go with us for a year, and we can give him. I'm just making up a number now. Let's say 7%. 7% of what the truck made. That's only what the truck makes, because if the truck making $3,000, $3,000, the truck make on gross of the truck. He makes 7% of what the truck grows. So that means if this truck make 10,000, if this truck make 10,000, he just made 700. So he making an extra 700 a week. Wait. Minus 7%. It's gonna be 700. So he's gonna make 700 on the gross of truck. He gonna make 700 on the gross of the truck for doing nothing. He a silent partner. So now he making, that's 2,800 a month. That's what he's gonna make. 2,800 a month. Just say we do that for 10, just say 10 months, he's gonna make 28,000. So he's gonna double, he's gonna make more than, he's gonna double more than his money. If you get 10 months out of it, we keep him around for a year, but he's gonna get 10 months out of that. So that's 2,800 plus 10 months equals 28,000. That's what he's gonna make from investing the 20,000. So let's go back. Write that. I'm gonna draw that off. I'm gonna go over here. I'm getting a little better at this already. So if this guy he invest 20,000 in the trailer. But yeah, we gonna own the trailer, but let's just, you know what I mean? Like, you just gonna invest into our company. But you know, if you want to buy a trailer, I'm gonna get into more of that later on. But we're only gonna take an investor. Okay, you got 20K. Excuse me. So now he's gonna make a $20,000 investment at 7% of gross of truck. And let's say that truck gonna do, he gonna make so you're gonna make 7% of the gross of the truck off 20,000 investment. So now truck growth is gonna be, I'm just playing with numbers right now. Don't make this like no calculations and breakdown. Just give me a brief idea of my blueprint, what I'm showing, because every other trucking companies, they only do all this same thing. That's where I seen it. I just seen them do it, and nobody talks about this way like me. So truck. So you're gonna receive 7% of truck growth. Truck growth is going to be 10,000 a week. It's going to be 10,000 a week. So now a truck make 10,000 a week. 10,000 times 7% equals 700 times 10 months equals wait a minute, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. That'll be I did that wrong. Let's say 4 weeks. 4 weeks equals 2,800. Now, 10 weeks, 10 months. Equals 40 weeks. So now 40 weeks $700 times 40 weeks equals 28,000. That's 28,000 right there in 10 weeks. I mean 40 weeks. This guy gonna make for his 20,000 investment. And he gonna get a $700 a week check for just investing 20,000 into a trailer with the truck that we already on our own, and now we're gonna own the trailer. Let's say that people may say, Nah, that ain't fair. But I'm about to show you, I'm gonna double your money. You know what I mean? Here, just off 7%. I'm just giving you an idea. You know what I mean? Of what you know what I mean? How you can, you know, add somebody in, and you know what I mean? Add him in at 700 a week. You know what I mean? And if you walk away with just to the truck 4,000, just say $4,000 a week, and you pay him 700 after fuel, and you pay your drive and everything, you walk away with $4,000 a week, and you pay him 7 out of that, you make 3,300 for the week. And then now you still making money. Remember now you still making the 2,000 with your partner off of that. So really you're making 5,300 a month. I mean, per week to your truck. And you know what I mean? And you and your partner own the truck and the trailer together. And that's what you both the truck gonna make 5,300, you're gonna make 2,000. So let's say a cool 5,000. You walk away with 5,000, it's 2,500 each. Now your truck, you know what I mean, getting your stuff up and down. So really you just accumulate an extra 2,500 a week with the drive on the truck. You find a place to buy the watermelons. You got the equipment to haul it to the buyer. Now you and your partner are gonna walk away with what is 4,500 a week. Just off selling, just off doing one truck and just hauling, let's say, watermelons. I'm just throwing numbers out, just give you a quick example of how things gonna go. These numbers not accurate at all. That's just giving you an idea. But I'm gonna break these down, you know what I mean, moving forward. And once I go into more lessons and that I'm gonna give out into this workshop that I'm putting together. But I'm just giving you a brief idea of this right here. You know what I mean? Like, and now you got to remember, you got apples, you got onions, you got bell peppers, you got cucumbers, you got potatoes, you got corn like sweet corn. Oranges, Florida doesn't have many oranges no more. I wouldn't want to buy oranges out of Florida, really. So I can stay away from oranges. Let's say we did that, right? I'll show you another thing. I'm gonna go back over this, you know what I mean, and play with it. Just keep talking about it until I get it together and show people, so people can see that they could do. You can use your money, you can see your money. You can go and talk to the driver, and you know what you got your money invested in. You know what I mean? You want to be invested with an empire, somebody that knows what they're doing, somebody that's experienced, and with the angelic being, angelic organization that's appointed by the Most High to implement processes like this to help new financial markets for communities. And see, that money is going right back to the community, because I'm in this community. I'm talking to people around here. I'm putting money back into the community like that. I'm not letting it go through all these other phases. Okay, let's say I know where I can go get shrimp from. The big jumbo shrimp they sell for $14.99 in the store. $15.99. $15.99 jumbo shrimp. In store. By the pound. In store. My price, depending on the market rate, I can get this $3.75 a pound. Fresh. So here, I know that they got to be selling for at least $7. So now let's say if I'm here at $3.75, per pound. And I could put 40,000 pounds on the truck. You could do the math on that. I'm just giving you just quick, just beginner's course. Like, I'm just beginning teaching this to people just here on YouTube. I'm not talking to anybody yet. You know what I mean? I'm just talking, So you can fit 40,000 pounds here. So now, let's say you find somebody to sell this, this to. If they paying $15.99 a pound, they charge $15.99 a pound for the big jumbo shrimp, the huge shrimp. $15.99 a pound. They got to be at least getting it for maybe, let's say $6.75. They buying it for $6.75. They getting it for $6.75 per pound. Now, if I sell it to the store, and if I sell it to them for $6.75, I just made a $3 profit. Per pound. Now let's say you times that by 40,000 pounds times 3. Let me get my calculator right now, because I don't want to be, get out of whack on some of this stuff, because I'm doing a video and I am giving out little examples. And I have a lot going on in my vessel. At the same time, like it's a lot going on in here. So, I am a little nervous doing this. I don't know why. Because I've never done this before and just talking to the computer. But so it's 40,000 times $3. You can make 120,000 off of that. You make 120,000 profit off of that. So if you're buying it for $3.75, you're gonna pay 120,000. So now you're gonna just double your money. So you're gonna make 120,000. You're gonna make $120,000 off one load of shrimp. I'm just saying jumbo shrimp. And I can make that happen. I know how to do it. I know who to buy it from, how to buy it, and who to sell it to. And one thing about me, anytime you buy an essential like food, there's a market rate on it, and I know how to find a market rate every week. Can't do that no more. I'm messing up my desk. I know how to find the market rate every week. So that's just a brief example of things that I know when I speak about networking, because I've been in trucking. I've been in trucking for a long time now, and I paid attention. So I don't have to, I know people may say, oh man, what if this and that? See, there it goes. What if this, that, no, you make it happen. You seen how if you watch my videos, you seen where I was, and then look how I made this happen. I had to fight to get back here, man. I had to fight through a lot of stuff that I didn't even know nothing about. And I had to be waking into my truth, you know what I mean? And I had to step into my power. So this means stepping into my power. When people speak about stepping into your power, calling your power back, you got to figure out what that is. And this is like a kingdom responsibility to me. It's not, you know what I mean, for me to make money. Hell no, I don't care about that. This is just one little process. But it's my baby here though, because I only been doing this all my life. So when I hated it, now I love the fact that I got a chance to, experience that growing up. Because now I turned around, I can use it as a business, and it can make lucrative money. It can, I can build a $1 million company out of this. Multi-million-dollar company. And I know how to do that. Just selling produce alone, not dealing with the trucks. And these numbers is just giving you a brief description of what I can do. When I speak about networking, I'm going to show you. It's easy, man. I'll tell you a story. How I got into the watermelons. I usually haul 52 bins of watermelons on a trailer. So this time, this place where I went, they put 56 bins of watermelons on my trailer. So when I picked them up in Florida and brought them up here to Connecticut, I got here, got unloaded, and then they said, "Hey, we rejected 6 bins of watermelons." I'm like, "What?" They was like, "Yeah, they didn't want them. They didn't say why. They just rejected the watermelons." So now I got 6 big bins of watermelons on the trailer. I got to get them off the trailer so I can pick up another load. So I called my boss. I called my boss, and I'm like, "Hey, man, we got 6 bins of watermelons that got rejected." He said, well, let me give the broker a call. So he called the broker. The broker said, hey, he said, just do what you want to do with them. He said, you can sell them on the corner, or, if you can't get them, because we got to get these watermelons off this truck, man, so we can pick up another load that same day, because I got there like 5 a.m. and it took like 6 hours to get unloaded at this place. Because sometimes with produce, you sit at the delivery a long time getting unloaded, because they have to check out the product, they have to count all the product and all those and that stuff, and then so it was about maybe 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. So we got to get the load off the truck, because he got to find another load. And then most places, when you go to pick up, you got to be there at least by 3 or 4 o'clock. So he like, man, just throw them off, kick them off on the side of the road. Just, you may not be able to sell them, on the corners. Just give them away, man. Just pull up, and just give the watermelons away or whatever. We just need them off the truck, so that way we can pick up another load. If not, I wasn't gonna be able to pick up a load until the next day. Which, if the truck wheels ain't turning, the truck ain't earning. You know what I mean? So if you're not moving, it's not, the truck not making no money. So when I drop a load, I drop a load like today. I want to pick up a load today to go, further. So I keep finding loads, because that's what the guy I work with, most trucking companies that I work with, they get loads off a load board. So we needed those pallets off the truck. You have those big bins of watermelons, 6 bins. That's a lot, like, to throw off. I'm like, so my smart self, I figured out a way how to do it. And I made $900 off of those 6 bins of watermelons. And that's how I started. And so I had an idea since then. That's been like 7, 8 years ago. And it was easy to sell them too. I'm like, man, like the way I sold them, like, boom, had 9 100 crispy brand new dollar bills in my pocket. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I even told the guy, and the guy was like, yeah, man. He said, yeah, man, that's good. I say, man, you know what? Just trying them out. That's who I am. I'm like, hey, I did that. I made 900, man. Like, you want half of this right here? He was like, yeah, you'll send me half. I'm like, yeah, I'll give you half. And I worked for him. And I gave him half. And he took it. But I took something else with me, a true blessing, you know what I mean, to see this right here. So then I started speaking and started talking places where I went, and stuff like that. And that's how I started, working on this all the way back then. So when people speak about manifestations, I've been trying to manifest this business for like 7 years now. And I was like right there. You know what I mean? And then like I needed help because I'm on the trucking and I'm working hard, but I'm making good money driving truck, but I have to have help. You know what I mean? If I'm out on the road working, I need somebody, in the office like this working, and I'm putting, I'm putting deals together. I'm out meeting and greeting and talking to people and stuff like that. So that's just one example. Like I can buy anything anywhere. I know where to buy anything at anywhere. And this is easy, but I do have to be, a good businessman, especially when it comes down to speaking about this business here on YouTube and speaking about networking with people that I never even met, that had never met me. And then you may see some strange things come out of me on here on YouTube, which I don't have nothing. What I'm gonna have for? I'm gonna give you the truth every time. And it ain't even about that. I'm just gonna give you unconditional love. And I just expect the same thing back, respectfully. You know what I mean? So that's the way I work. So this is the first part one of my other parts to come for my workshop into helping build up communities. Because I know a lot more than this. But I just put my baby out there. In this business right here, I can show somebody else you can go your way, but you will still have to deal with me, and I would still have to deal with you. Even if we had bad blood and we parted ways and we shook hands and and stay good, business partners. And if we didn't get along, we parted ways without burning bridges. That's the best way to do business, because everybody's not going to agree at a certain point, and you may bump heads a little bit, but we won't allow each other to get disrespectful, and then we just don't burn our bridges, because we can always we can always find our way back to each other, in which 9 times out of 10 we normally will. In this business right here in logistics, you're always going to go back to that same person that you started with and you didn't see eye to eye at that time, but then now you go up 2 or 3 years later, now you see each other, now you're partnering back up from and now you can see it from another perspective, another level, another angle. You know what I mean? So you don't want, in logistics and commodities, you definitely don't want to burn your bridges with your connections. You know what I mean? And we know that, you know what I mean, is like with me, even being a truck driver, like anybody I speak to at a warehouse or whoever, owners or whatever, that's the way we are in this business, just in logistics itself, not just into commodities when it comes down to logistics, because this is a commodity, and the commodity here is produce, in which this particular commodity that's under the produce commodity is watermelons. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, it'll be apples. You know what I mean? I hadn't even gotten into those numbers yet. I had this stuff written down. You see my briefcase I have on my truck? I had these numbers written down and everything already. I had websites built for this company to move forward and everything. A nice website. And I had another business that was connected to it. And, but I needed help on it. You know what I mean? I had a beautiful website and it didn't happen. But it's going to happen now because I have space to work in my own peace. And I understand myself. I understand to respect my peace and my consciousness, my mind, my body, my spirit, my soul, my core. I need to protect myself. So I need to be aware of myself. So, and I know what it takes for me to move forward and speak about creating a business like this to help bring a to help bring financial sectors to communities direct, not going through all these people jumping around. We just make it easy peasy, man. I mean, yeah, we'll sign, contracts, stating that, certain stipulations once you part with the federation here, um, like, yeah, like it's certain contracts we have to have, and that's what we have to do it. We have to have, receipts on things, with each other, so we can have a certain understanding. Because when it comes um, to the laws, you want to, each one of us want to protect ourselves respectably. You know what I'm saying? So um, that's important. So I'm not afraid to do a contract with no one, and and hey, stand in my truth. And this is something I enjoy and I love to do, and it helps, and it helps a lot of different ways. And it's a more behind this too. Like it's a lot sitting over here. Like in this vessel, whew, there's a lot going on. Eventually, I can break down the numbers to you, but I can't give you the exact the I can't give you accurate numbers. Let's say watermelon season usually start around in May, and it starts in Florida. So I'm preparing for May, to um, kick this business off here. Um, so I can't know the numbers now. I can find the numbers from last year, and based off the numbers from last year on, a certain date and time, and let's say in June 21st, which is my son's birthday, I can know what the market rate was for a certain area from last year in June and give you numbers that way, and eventually I will be able to do that in these uh, these lessons, in this, what do I want to say, in this class. I don't want to say class. I was calling it something else, but I got so much stuff coming in right now. You got to work with me. This is my first time just doing this, just to the public, just showing. Like when I speak about networking, hey, let's network. This is only just one thing. This works. This works. And I'm not. And once you get to know me, I can tell you how in so many ways this works. And this right here grows into other business ventures that I already have numbers on. I got a lot of stuff to, you know what I mean? I'm just giving you a brief idea of what my blueprints look like. And this is just one part of it. That's just watermelon. And you got to remember produce. I can find produce anywhere in America. And I know who to sell it to in America. So I'm looking to network with people that want to that want to allow themselves to be vulnerable and understand their spiritual process. And if your spiritual process, your journey aligns with mine, hey, you know what time it is. And I can't use the big words and, like the other guys use and everything. I'm a melanated American being. This is the way we was taught to speak. I can't change it. I can try and change it. I'm going to be working on that, but I don't know what to say now. Like, I don't write scripts and things like that. I'm just giving you something that was already, I'm just giving you my experience from my whole life. So from when I was a kid, picking watermelons, we call it throwing watermelons and apples and cucumbers and things like that. I know this business. And one thing about it, I know when this like watermelons I know when the best time to buy watermelons, because like places you go and you buy them from, they'll sell them to you too early. And depending on where they get it from, you got to know a lot more than just buying and selling watermelons. You know what I mean? You want to buy them when they're ripe. You know what I mean? And they got that sweet taste. You want to know what, like it's more to it than just. It's more to it than just buying and selling watermelons. And so I bring the experience with produce. I have a background in that. I grew up doing it all my life, and I know when the pear is the best. I know when it's the best time to eat a pear. I know when it's the best time to eat an apple. I know who has the best apples, and I know I'm really good at this stuff because I only grew up hating to pick this stuff. So I knew when it was right. You know what I mean? I've been around it like most of all my life. So now I use it as a gift and, to network with other people because I put in the work already to understand this business. So this is one of the things what I mean about networking with me. And I'm gonna come back again like tomorrow. Now I know I'm gonna have to keep, playing with this and just keep pushing this out there, because I guess the algorithms have to start going and people have to start subscribing and I can start going live eventually. I don't know how to do live yet, it's I'm just, getting to this place and I'm just moving through a lot right now. But this is where I'm starting at now. I can slow down and say, hey, I'm going to show you how we can build communities up together. And this is a start right here with something that we need every day. Food, we got to eat. I have a lot of things, a lot of ways I can go with this produce company, perishable food solutions. And if perishable food solutions, that's what I'm all about. Having solutions for perishable foods. So I've got the color scheme already, the logo for PFS. You know what I mean? Everything, pretty much. I don't have it to a detail, but I know what the colors, color scheme I want to use to market PFS. You know what I mean? So, hey, if you know a little something about business, or if this resonates with you, let's talk. After, eventually I'm going to put my email up on here on in my what do you call it, the bio or whatever, so I can move towards that. But I have a lot going on, and I could use some help. If anybody can help me out with, and guide me with, hey, this is how you go live or whatever. Hey, I'm all for it. I'm so vulnerable. Yeah, you give me a call. I don't give a damn if you the damn devil. What's up, my boy? We're gonna work on right now. You ready? Oh, you ain't ready? Well, I can't, deal with you right now. Click, you know what I mean? But other than that, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, we just got to keep growing. We all still have healing to do, and it's time for our evolution. Humanity is evolving at a fast pace right now, and this is one of the ways we can build a company like that. I don't want to speak about the trucking part. I just gave you some brief numbers on trucking. I can guide people into trucking, and that's another this workshop. That's what I was trying to say earlier. In this workshop, I like to call this a workshop. So in this workshop that I'm bringing to YouTube, to the collective, in my tribe, with the help of the divine and the Most High, it can help a lot of communities, and I know the way. It's so much there's so much going on in here, and I just want to. I'm trying to hold things back. That's why I may be skipping here and skipping there, and went through that pretty fast. Just see if you're catching on, if you're paying attention, if you're gonna take me serious, like how I take myself serious. I mean, because if you want to come play games, you could do that all day. You know what I mean? It ain't but a couple dollars. You can come around and get some money, play games or whatever, but you end up working yourself away from around, the collective and the tribe over here, the federation here. You end up working yourself out. We don't have to be mad at you anything. You know what I mean? You're just going to be uncomfortable because the energy here is going to be so high vibrational. If you want to come in and plan, you know what I mean, collective, we already understand and understand and overstand that they just buy themselves away from around us for a couple of dollars. What are you going to? He got away with? He just got away with 100,000. But if you walk with God, you walk with God. How can they be a problem? You have angelic support. How can they be a problem? That's what they need to be asking themselves. We don't need to try and go back and forth with them. Oh, they just bought themselves away with 100,000. Man, that's okay. There ain't no problem. Because I know once you walk with God, you've been positioned, by the Most High. Like, what you got to worry about? He already on the side coming too. We just saw it in the physical. He already seen it in the spiritual. We already seen you in the spiritual. So this is just the beginning of my class. I mean, my workshop. And I have a lot more, so I'm going to be able to break this down more. And I'm right for now. I'm just going to be doing videos. I'm going to go over this like every day. I just keep putting this out. So some of y'all may see this me putting out the same things. I'm going to a lot of the videos to be shorter. Come in. I'm just going to speak certain points, but I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is what I'm doing is just showing unconditional love and something that people keep a secret from me, that don't want to let you know about what people, how you can create, how you can have a supplemental income. I can show you supplemental incomes. I can like with me with the business bank account and the money's going in exchanging. I give people the what I mean. The company made. I give you the numbers. Give you the breakdown. Show you the bank account number. I show you the amount that's in that bank account. This divine money, man. This not my money. This Most High money. I can't just use his money. If I make money off this, for myself, I'm speaking right now. If I make money off this stuff for myself, I really have to have permission to spend this money. I can't just go out and like, man, I'm gonna go out and get me a Maserati. You know what I mean? I gotta wait on permission to get, that kind of stuff, So, and I don't have a problem with that. Just like where I'm living now, like they got this beautiful, nice place for me, so, and I'm here by myself, and I'm, like I said, I'm sitting in my office now, so I'm sleeping on a blow-up bed, and I'm just spending money into the office right now, trying to, and then now today, like last night, I was reminded, hey, you got to come on here and speak and start this workshop. I didn't know it was going to be today, but then everything's just aligned and it flowed, and then I'm here, and I'm at an hour and 20 something minutes. I don't have my glasses on to see just yet, so to see what time. I mean, how long I've been on here. It looked like it says an hour and 29 minutes, and that went pretty fast. So I have to learn how to break the videos down so that way you can see things better. So that space that I was in on my older videos and stuff, you're gonna see how I grew out of that. When people speaking about glow ups, look at my glow up. I mean, it's the same thing, but I don't brag. I don't sit around and like now I'm living like this and the way I was, and with people that were supposed to help me, that wasn't helping me, and it, cleared out the way now. The divine work with me. So if I wasn't supposed to be here speaking about this kind of stuff, I wouldn't be here. Trust me, I wouldn't. Forget trust me. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be here. I know I wouldn't. Not me. Not for myself. I'm like, nah. Like I don't want to be on YouTube talking and stuff like that. I got to be up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I just want to really actually just start my businesses off, start networking with people in the physical, but there's nobody there. It's been rough. It's been hard. Like I don't know how to get around here. I got left high and dry, but I'm making it. So one thing, if another individual don't help me, divine just make a way. But I have to work even harder. I have to work hard to pay attention to these things and see these things and be guided. I go through so much, like I really don't budge, without action, for direction. And I don't just stop and ask every single time. It's just something that's just innate. I just do just I don't know. I just learned after all these years. Like I've been, working hard on myself, and the Most High stepped in and showed me like there's nobody else there. I don't have no support system. I don't have nobody. Somebody just called me just now. All they want to do is talk and play games. I think it's my cousin. I don't even know her number. I didn't even have her number for the last 3 or 4 years or so. Now they want to say they're proud of me. I'm proud of you. Nah, your ego proud of me. You want to be egotistic and, you know what I mean? And like you was talking bad about me too, like with everybody else, my own family, everybody betrayed me. And I still try to call my buddy to get the information that I needed that's so important. He hadn't even called me back yet. And usually some things would hurt, like how people can do me like this and make a problem out of me, but I'm used to it. Like my inner child, yeah, like I'm feeling that like, yeah, like I can bust out crying right now. You know what I mean? Like literally. It's tough, when you're in the world by yourself, like literally, like boom, like. And so I just come here and share my gifts, but it's something I've been working on for the last 7 years or so. It's 2025. Yeah, since about around 2018. It's been like 7 years. And it came out of the blue, and it started with the watermelons getting rejected. And then I just started like, oh man. And now I can look back at that. Now I can look back then and see now that the Most High been there the whole time. And I knew it, but I didn't. It wasn't time for me to know who I am, to experience things in my physical, this dimension, this plane, just see things like this. like supernaturally, and a lot more than that. A lot. Like, oh, I've been through a lot. It's been a lot, man. It's been a lot. It's been different, you know. I try and talk to people all the time, and I've been prepped to understand that once my journey started, and I chose to take this journey, that this was gonna happen. Like they say, it's lonely at the top. I'm not lonely. You know, I'm just trying to track down my tribe. Work with the collective. But one thing I did do is run into the Most High, the mother and the father. The mother, oh my goodness, like that's my baby, man. She a sweetheart, man, but she don't play the radio. I'm telling you, that's one you got to be worried about. Straight up, the creator mother, the mother God, like all things, yeah. Like Most High, like source, like man, like God, like he ain't nothing like what they be talking about. Cause I deal with them in the physical. Like if you watch my videos, I tell you about him and how I run into him in the physical. He helped save my life. He really did. Like I had a lot going on, man. Nobody to talk to. Then you look around and everybody around you is like demons, like zombies. You know, you just see it that way, and it's like something I already on the saw, but I always had to deal with them because I wanted to be loved. I wanted to have a best friend. I wanted to be friends and do everything else what everybody else does in the world. I wanted to do that, and and be and feel like how everybody else felt. I never really had that like that. Like real, like true love. Somebody like supported me no matter what, and loved me no matter what, and like believed in me, and uh, when things got hard, they stayed. Like none of that. I've had good relationships, but it was always stipulations, and they always lived up to what other people thought and all of that stuff, and I had to work through that with them, and it was a mess. And I always thought I had to prove my love to like a woman, and that's what I did. I would spend $300-400 on flowers, and just out of the blue, get them delivered to their job, and yeah, like it was nothing. I'm like, what? Them big beautiful flowers. They wouldn't even take a picture of it and send it. I wasn't even there. They wouldn't even take a picture and send it to me unless I said, hey, you gonna send me a picture of the flowers? I don't even know what they really look like. Oh, I'm gonna send it to you. They take hours to do that. I'm like, I just gotta go through this. You know what I mean? So that's how I've been doing all my life. Like, just not meant for me. Like, just something I gotta go through. And I'm like, I didn't like it. So I'm content. Being by myself is better because I have so much going on. And then I start speaking and talking around people, and now it's really different. Like talking to people is so different. It's hard, actually, really hard. because people, when you sharing unconditional love and they like to say being honest. I say, sharing unconditional love. If I'm giving out unconditional love, I'm giving out my power, my energy to you. I'm giving out energy to you. So be respectful be respectful of what I give out. My love, my heart, my mind, my body, my soul, my spirit. I give you my all. Just be respectful of it. I don't expect nobody to be a certain way with me or anything like that. I mean, I don't have to. I don't want to be able to. I don't want to be in a position of telling people, "Oh, you got to be this way, that way." I don't like that. You got to come authentic, And I look for that in people because I'm that way, authentic. You see, how I get on here. I just be myself. What you see is what you get, like they say. It's this me all day. All I have is the divine right now. And I have so much stuff that I have to pay attention to, and there's new stuff coming in every day, and different challenges from spiritual stuff. And it's easier because I have a home now, and I'm back on the truck, and I'm making money where I can take care of myself, and I can go out and buy things like this and set up workshops. That makes me happy. I went out and bought me a couple new pair of pants and maybe like 5 shirts. I got shirts that fit me now because I got small. I'm like, I kind of like myself being slim like this now. About 155 pounds. I'm back up from 135. I used to walk around about 178, 185. Biggest I ever been was 198, and I started getting breasts. I'm like, whoa, I got rid of a lot of that gut. So, and I'll be 50 in about 4 months. So I really need to start taking care of myself. But I need help, I know I have to have surgery on this shoulder right here. It's pretty banged up, like it's really bad. But the Most High, He come in and adjust it. I don't know how He do it, but for real, like, man, He got this. I can do this like a little bit now. Like some days it's like it was never. My shoulder was never broken. I never been to the doctor for it because I couldn't go because I had a lot going on, like a lot of attacks, stuff that I don't even know about that I had to figure out. I had to do a lot. I had to do a lot of work, and then you start dealing with celestial forces and like showing up in your physical. And it's like, oh, what the man? You don't know. Oh, it was a lot, like going on with that. A lot. That's why I'm allowed to speak about UFOs and beings. Yeah. When like dark forces really tried to harm me, they was there, man. Like in the physical, they wasn't letting know. They was everywhere. Like, man, I was like, oh my goodness, like, man, I'm like, all that for me? I'm like, whoa, boy, whoa. And I still don't know what to think. And like my ear ringing, like, you know, you see me do that because like I need to get the wax out of his ear and like my ears be ringing, like, and it's so loud. It's like, oh, it's and it don't stop. It's really loud. Sometimes it's so loud, I'm like, and I just have a lot going on in my vessel, and it's hard, man. Nobody to talk to. The only reason why that phone call came is to play games. Oh, I just called to check on you. Yeah, now because you think I'm back doing good. I only been doing this. I only needed help. So now my pops and my moms, they did this. The mother God, the father God, they literally did this, but I had to work for it. You saw all the videos I was leaving, and speaking about my ascension process and telling you about things that I was going through and talking about this stuff. You see it from like over a year ago. I was in a bad spot, like almost died, like from attacks, from unseen stuff, like all of that. I don't know if they want to call them demons, they beings, man. I couldn't see them, but then it was entities that I could see on other people. I'm like, what the? Like, and I yell at it, like, man, yo, man. They was just look at me, and the person just sitting there, just look at me. And I'm like, what the? And I don't want to talk to you about that, like how that looked. I wasn't scared of it. I'm not scared of nothing. I know nothing can't happen to me. Like, you can't touch me. You can't harm me. Like, nah, it's not gonna happen. And nobody can. Right now, you can't even say anything bad about me. The divine proved that. They got my whole family uh, thinking I was in a group chat with them because my mom and her brothers and sister, but they was all going back and forth, being nasty, talking to each other, and then next thing you know, somebody came out of the blue and like was really actually kind of taking up for my mom, and everybody think it was me. I didn't know until like 6 weeks later. Like, what? I'm like, that's divine. Like, yeah, but I told him, yeah, I knew it couldn't have been him. I knew it couldn't have been you because he ain't like you. You ain't like that because I know you was talking about me too. You know what I mean? You're gonna wait 6 weeks later to call and ask me about a conversation and all that stuff. Like, what the hell, man? Don't play with me. And I told him, I'm like, that's the man. And my cousin sent me the text messages. I was like, it's it started me like, whoa, man. Woo. I'm looking at him like, I ain't gonna lie, cuz that sound like me, but that ain't me. That's the divine, man. I'm like, she was like, they want to just switch it away, excuse it away, like I'm just crazy. I'm just talking. I'm like, yeah, okay. Like I want to put stuff on here to say, oh, I'm the son, the most high of God and all that. Like, but they proved it to me too much. Like, that's why I'm here. Like how I'm, accumulating things and stuff like that. Like, I just know my process. Like when people say you got a high calling, my calling is super duper high. But I have kingdom responsibilities, and this is one of them, starting this workshop to help them, communities. This can help communities, and we're gonna just grow from here. So hopefully everybody can follow this channel, this unconditional love channel, and grow with me. I grow with y'all. We grow together in oneness for the greater good of all, in truth and righteousness. Bliss, a hunter. I won't bite my tongue. I can't change my character if I'm around somebody that got $1 billion. Now I got to sound like him. You hear how I sound? How in the hell can I sound like him? I won't be able to. I'm not going to jump out of my skin to try to sound like somebody. No. Well, we just don't mix because you got $1 billion. What that mean to me? Like if it don't flow with, if it don't align to flow with things that I'm aligning with on my journey, then it just I just don't want. We just can't network. I know who I am. I know a lot, and it takes me for me to be by myself. And I enter and understand, overstand that, like literally, like I like being by myself. To be honest with you, I really do. Like it's so peaceful, and that's important to me. I didn't know back then. I didn't know how to. I tried to do this on my own, but I couldn't because something kept nudging me this way, nudging me. I'm like, why I gotta go this? I've been like that all my life. Like, man, I gotta. Now I don't have to do. I don't have to do none of that. Go back around the same type of people that that didn't respect me. I only pretended. That was only everybody. There's nobody there. Crickets, nigga. Crickets. I use words like that. Like, I mean, that's what I come from. Like, why would I want to not be myself? I don't care if Donald Trump was here. Man, what up, dog? What up, big dog? Hey, man, what's going on? Hey, I don't know. You tell me, buddy. You know what I mean? I could be professional, but right now in my own space, and even if I'm on here, I'm just gonna be myself. I try and speak professional. I can, but like I'm in my own space. And like this would allow me to be comfortable. Even when I'm speaking to you about this, like I just throw something up there real quick. Cause my pops is like, yeah, you gotta go ahead and get prepared for that. And then like when I'm looking at my outfit and everything, I'm like, okay, that's what that was for. Cause I didn't really want to buy no clothes, you know what I mean? So when I happened to end up, I was supposed to be going to Best Buy to get a charger in the deep freezer. A charger from a laptop in the deep freezer. And I end up walking in Macy's and I'm like, oh, I remember I used to go here and get good deals on that. I think I paid like $3 for this shirt. You can't tell. I paid like, I'm dead serious. I bought maybe like 4 shirts. It was like $2.98 a piece. And then I think one, maybe it might be this shirt was like maybe $4.99. And it can look like, and it's small. And I'm like, okay. And then when I put it on, I'm like, oh, I look kind of nice on me, huh? Like I didn't like tight clothes on me because I come from the baggy days. Now I'm getting a little older. Okay, I need to wear something that fit. So I'm like, I put it on before I got on here. And I'm like, oh, look, all right, okay. So I guess I wear a small size now. I used to wear large. Now I'm down to a small. These pants I have on 32s. I'm like, man, I hadn't been in the 32 since I was whoa, but I like my size like this. I'm like, 'cause I still got my little love handles, and my little, when I be running, I can feel my little fat flopping, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I gotta fix that. And I'm like, oh, my shoulder, and my knees was killing me yesterday from putting this desk up, and then I went to the mall and walked around over there with Timberlands on, and from working all weekend, a lot of traffic, shifting gears, and having your legs bent all day, working a lot of hours. Yeah, I don't even want to like now. I'm gonna have to order pizza. That's gonna cost me $25 because it's gonna be $20 for the pizza, and I give the lady $5 for bringing the pizza because I was gonna make dinner, but I'm tired and I really don't want pizza, but they say it's okay. And like he already said it right before I got out of the truck. Like, like, yeah, go ahead and get some pizza. I'm like, okay. And I really pay attention to that. I could get on here and speak about it. I don't care. Like, people know to the people that know, they know what's up. I have people that can actually see what I'm doing and and stuff like that, and tell me never met me from spiritual realms, and like I'm like, how can they see like man? I'm like you see me and type of stuff, like know me, like I'm like, what the heck, like, and that's been different in my life, like people can see me in spiritual realms, like psychics and stuff, like not even just psychics, like pastors and people that prophesy and just different people. Like my ears, like doing so much. This one doing one thing, this one doing another thing, and it's ooh, man, it's like it'll drive you crazy. Seriously, like people call it tinnitus, not this. It's different. Like it's aggravating, but I'm kind of used to it because it started maybe I think when I was like 9 or 10 years old. Like when I stayed up for like 5 days straight and I couldn't sleep, and I was like felt like I just was different. Like, and then it started. And people speak about meditation. I'm like, I could do it, but oof, like, I, I can't explain it to you. It's different. I'm different. I always have these sinus problems, man. Like, I've been like this all my life. Never been to the doctor to get it checked out. Never had a primary doctor. I only gave myself away to too many people. So now I gotta, give me a primary doctor and stuff like that. So I get to the point like this, like I kind of just my inner child just feel bad for my mature self, and that's with me, like just speaking about it now, it's just coming to me. That's what was a lot. That's what a lot of my depression was. My inner child. Like I always had a beautiful heart. Like I don't play with people. Like I don't sit around and play with nobody. I don't have time for that because what God gonna think when you play with people? I did that all the way until I got about all my life, basically. Even when I did what they call the sinful things, but I knew I had to go through them. I didn't want to, but I had to, and I knew it. That's how I got here and was able to know who I am. Like deal with the celestial and like, hey, this is your 13th lifetime on the planet. What? I know that for a fact. But I can't remember none of my past lifetimes, other 12. None of them. Some people can remember their lifetimes. Not many. I get a lot of stuff come in my energy. Like a lot of demonic stuff falling off. Like it done fell off. Like, some still lagging around. But it's just a tool for me, just to it helped me. Because I don't judge them, but don't fucking come around playing with me either. Like talking to their energy. They be doing that. And I have to talk like that because they don't understand when you be nice. You know what I'm saying? So can't be nice to it all the time. Like, creative source, most high God, he don't I don't like for him to have to be in that way. That's what he created me for. I talk that shit for him. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mom's for, the creative mother, the source mother. Yo, she talk big shit. Like she ain't, but she just, I can't explain it to you. Like, but I can tell you though, yeah, for real. Like, yeah, you talking about judgment. That's who you gonna face. Not the most high, not creator source. Nah, he created, remember. He created, man. He do his creative thing, loving thing. He don't like that. He don't like to be around no kind of stuff like that. He don't. But don't get it twisted like he can, but he and they like some of the demonic stuff, like I don't know if some actually know him like that, but I know they say some of them say they do is like he was snatch some up, grab some of them and got him to send a message out to me and all of that kind of stuff. So and then they had a chance to be forgiven and be able to pivot and move, but they don't want to because they're too busy with their agenda. They too obsessed with their agenda. You know what I mean? So I seen stuff works, man. It's unbelievable. Like I can't go back and explain and tell every bit of every step of the way, everything no more. Like every day is just like I can't remember that everything. Like it's been so much in these last like 4 years, like going almost 5 now. Almost 5 years has been woo. And I still have to pay attention to some things. Like it's not easy, man. Like if it's like God came right now, if he was to show himself to you, whatever, you wouldn't even believe it. But then people like to say, "Oh, God works in mysterious ways." Then okay, you think he might be in a UFO? What? Man, you crazy. But then you just say mysterious. You say you work in mysterious ways. What the hell you call mysterious? Ain't that mysterious? That's a real mysterious way. Some stuff nobody never heard of. God, in a UFO. Yeah. What did you pull up in a UFO? You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be mysterious. It's it being real. I know what I've experienced. Like if I can get here and I can do all this driving and like do compass without compasses here in Massachusetts, I don't know what I'm talking about. How can I be crazy? Go ahead. I'm not here trying to be a YouTube content creator. I don't. I got a Facebook page, but I just use that for something else. Like, and that's it. I don't. I had a Snapchat. I think I did a. I don't know what they call it. What's that one? T. Oh shoot. I can't think the name of it. I know people on YouTube say, "Oh, you can find me on Tea Leaf or whatever they call it." I don't know what they call it. I forgot, but I don't. I did sign up for that one time, but I don't remember the account or nothing. Uh, but I never had a Instagram page. I don't even know how to work Instagram. I barely know how to work Facebook. I use Facebook actually for messaging. Really. And that's it. And YouTube, that's my baby right here, though. YouTube. Yeah, so yeah, YouTube. Um, actually been good to me. I can tell you that, like for real. It really has been good to me. That's why I can't say it's why I'm here, and I picked YouTube to be here, and that's it. If I'm guided to go somewhere else, I don't know. I go there. I don't give. I don't care where it's at. I go to the halls of a mint if I have to. You know what it is. I have to talk to that sometimes, man. Like I'm just sitting here, just I'm hungry. I ate like a couple sandwiches today. That was it. Yeah, and I'm really actually proud of myself. I just jumped in. I just thought about that, like on the drive back, from picking up my load. This just came to me like this, and I just added that because I always say bliss. My archangel used to speak about bliss all the time. So yeah, just when I think about you know things I've just been through, like to get here to this moment, the last like 5 years, man, or even like all my life, like when the divine intervention, like divine came and all that stuff, man, it was, man, I'm telling you, creator has to create you a certain way because, excuse me, man, you probably went crazy for real. Like you could have lost yourself. But I was created for a time like this, so I'm appreciative of it. But it's hard, for real hard. Because you can't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much stuff everywhere. Like, it's basically like you don't know what to trust or who to trust. Like, it's like that. But then you just go and stay inside yourself. Like, man, I know my damn self. Like, but, like, I'm not going to be. Am I seeing this right? Like I did that before. I'm like, what the hell I'm slapping myself for, man? You stupid. Man, chill out, man. You know what I'm saying? Chill out. Man, what's wrong with you? Sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like like that. I do myself like that. Basically. I do. Like, but I don't beat up on myself. It's just like I'm just aggravated with like stuff that's been at me. Like you can't do nothing about it. And you just have to you stay in your ground and just stay the course, stay in your ground, stay in your position, no matter what. Don't even matter. Because like I say, source, like, man, my pops, man, he super cool. Like, he don't even move around like he filthy rich or nothing. He living as a human being right now, for real. Like we don't come like that. Like we come with love, just period. And that's all we look back. That's all we look for back. It's just love and just that's it. But I know I know who I am. I know what a lot of my responsibilities is, and this is like one way of um, taking care of my kingdom responsibilities. Coming on here and just talking, just being me. So, like how I sit here now, like I don't know what to say. I'm searching around, like, but it's just me now. So, and then if I'm sitting here too long, then you'll see me. That's why I say, boom, I holler, and I just be gone just like that. Like I don't do it. It'll come like that. I just end it. Like so uh, I'm different. I ain't got a problem with nobody, but if you got a problem with my pops or my mom's, hell yeah, I got a fucking problem with you then, for real. Period, man. I don't play by them. That's just the way I am, like, period. I don't even, I don't play by them at all. Like, I have respect, you know what I mean? Like, they don't just come sit down and talk to me. It's different, man. It ain't like they just come and just talk to me all the time and just I just be myself, really. It's just I can't tell you how it works, but you can't come do nothing to me. No being, period. I don't like I don't like titles. I don't like to hold a title like oh the son of the most high, but I just do that for the other shit to be fucking with me. It was, what I'm saying? Like and then like for people, like then just like I can't explain it. I just put it on here, I just feel it and I just do it. I don't do it to be important or be somebody God or somebody king or president or somebody boss. Hell no. Like, man, what you need me to do? I'm like more like that. Like that's why I can give you, you know, blueprints like this. And I mean, this is actually a whole blueprint. I mean, eventually, once I don't know how it's gonna go. You'll see. I break it all down like as best I could. And if somebody come in and say, "Hey, man, your number's kind of wrong," because okay, it is. Thank you, I appreciate it. Help me out. I don't mind. Help me out. Like whatever you can do this better. Okay, then well, let me hire you. Let's work together and come on in with me. Then let's keep growing on this. You know how to do. I got some other stuff for you to you can do. You can help me with this, then this, that, and the other, because nobody else is. I'd be appreciative of it. Like I really would, man. I can use some help, like for real. And I notice I say a lot because like things I want to say, but it's like I can't explain it, man. It won't come out like all the way like I wanted to. Um, And when I think it's not coming out right, and then I look back at my video and I'm like, I get locked into my videos, like, oh shoot, like I laugh at myself. I'm like, man, like I admire myself, and I'm like, it's all right. I did better than what I thought I did. But it don't matter to me if I did bad, whatever. It ain't about bad or good or whatever. But I mean, just and I can speak a lot better than what I speak now. Like if I'm in live and I'm speaking to somebody, oh yeah, it's gonna turn on then because I'm communicating. But like now, I'm just talking to YouTube and I'm really trying to sit with. There's a lot going on, man. A lot. Oh boy, I'm telling you, for real. There's a lot going on here. Hmm, a lot. Like sometimes I be driving, I get tired of listening. I get tired of listening to music, and then I just want to talk to somebody. I call people that I'm like, I don't want to call them. You know, that's why my counterpart, she came through. I'll be good. Oh yeah, but it's another. That's complicated, and I have to wait on that. Like one minute when it seems like it's getting closer, like I got it figured out, and it look like it's going good. It's a gas light. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Oh boy, y'all play like that? Like yeah. So um, it's almost you know. That's why I have y'all collect subscribers. I appreciate my subscribers. My little 42 that I got. Well, that's my subscribers. I don't play about my subscribers, man. Yeah, like it's like I don't have nobody to talk to, and that'll help me a lot if I can just talk to somebody that know me, like type of stuff. Like I can't explain it, man. Like it ain't. It's not gonna be no man. I don't know how this is gonna go. Like I could be talking to one person, the conversation seems like it be going good. We can talk for like an hour, and I don't like to get on calls with people no more because as soon as I talk to one person, they always got, oh, well, I gotta let you go, blah 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 blah, and people want to run off, and they pushing me away, and I'm like, and then someone be in a conversation for an hour, 2 hours, and then they gonna answer for a week or so, or a few days, like so, and I'm like, dang. Um, so I don't like to get in conversations with people that I can reach out to and talk to because they all talked about me bad, called me crazy, all kind of stuff. Which they don't care that it hurt me because they don't care. But they'll tell you to your face, oh yeah, nah, I wasn't like that. It was like that. Well, why you ain't call me? You should have asked me. I would have helped you out. But you heard people talking about me. Why you didn't come check on me? I did that one time when I came. Yeah, that was that one time. That's what I'm talking about. You only came there because it was my granddaddy's birthday party they was giving him, and then I didn't know how everything was going. Like nobody included me. People stopped by my mom's house, like, wait, what Kurt at? You know what I mean? Uh, that's my nickname, Kurt. Where Kurt at? Oh, he ran into the house. I'm gonna go around and holler. And they just wanted to come by to see how bad I was doing, like how people was talking. I was still talking my big dog shit though. Speaking about the celestial. Yeah, nigga, look at this. Check this out. Yeah, man. Then they got a couple of their phone numbers, my other cousins. They never answered my call. Left them voicemails and everything. They want to come get a look at the bad guy, the guy that's doing bad. And he done lost weight. You can see all his bones in his body and all that. Like they don't even know like my life on the line right now. And you came to get a look at me like I'm about to leave this bitch. Man, y'all some nasty people, boy. And like now where I live now, you think send me a picture. I wish I motherfucking would send you a picture, nigga. Man, man, don't play with me. That's only to that energy, because that's how nasty they is. Like I don't play like that. What I'm gonna send you a picture for? Oh man, look how I'm doing. I don't do that. I video chatted my cousin. I was like, hey, man, don't tell me you screenshot it. No, I ain't screenshot. I know she didn't, but I was looking to see if she did. Why you just screenshot it? Because I think Messenger. I was on Messenger with her, and my boy, I don't care if you screenshot. If you did that, so what? But I don't send no pictures. Send me an address so I can send you a care package. What? They got 4 of my own. That cheap stuff you about to send me? Nah, player, I don't want cheap toilet paper. You know what I mean? Like, if I need to use the toilet paper, need to use the net. It's like the toilet paper to do the dirty work. That's one roll gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Go to the bathroom to do the dirty work and like, man, you be looking for another roll. Like, man, you about to stop your toilet up and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. But whoever come across my video and sit here this long and watch this stuff, man, I appreciate you. Like, because I can feel you already. Like, this is what I do. Stay solo dolo. Like, can't know a lot. Like, a lot of stuff know things about me that, and like, I don't know, man. It get frustrating only because I had just so much going on, like stuff everywhere. It's starting to, center in now, and I'm able to come here and start a workshop. So this is part 1, and from now on they're gonna be a lot shorter. And this may flip and change, and I may go another direction, but I'm still gonna be focused on this. So whichever way I'm going, or wherever I'm going, however I'm going, this is gonna be my main focus now here with the collective, and the community on this channel. Me showing off something like some of my blueprints. And I actually did pretty good, I think. Doing that much. And then it started getting easier the more I did. It started coming fast. And I wanted a bigger board, and I think I would have did a lot better. And I'm trying to figure out the camera angle and all this stuff. And so I just give this stuff right here to YouTube, because I'm not uploading this stuff. Like, they can have it, keep it. I just redo it again. It's gonna be on here anyway. It don't matter if it's on YouTube or not. YouTube been good to me. And it's right, YouTube. Yeah. That's why I'm here. It's being good to me now. I'm running a new route tomorrow. Well, half of my route tomorrow is going to be new. And I got to pre-route myself tonight to see how I'm going to run it tomorrow. You know, kind of thinking about that. And I'm tired. A lot of driving in the city. And like I got other things I want to move and do, but I guess I got to be here, which I like it. I mean, I love my place. You know, I love my desk. Ooh, that's my baby. That really feel nice. You know, I got my board. I want to get the stand, but they didn't have the stand. And I'm like, dang. And I need to figure out how to do the lights. I don't know nothing about it. If I went somewhere and was able to go to certain places and shop, I can, decorate pretty decent, for me. For a divine masculine, I mean, I can decorate really nice. But I just let it come to me, let it flow. Like I need a curtain on that window over there. And people can see me. Like, I don't care. I'm just sitting here chilling in my office. Ain't that's right, collective? Ain't that's right, tribe? Ain't that's right, tribe? Ain't that's right, divine? Boom. I'm just out of stuff to say, and I'm like I gotta sit here for the moment, for some reason, like, and just be myself. That's what he says. Just and looking back to my first video when I first did my first one, I can see why Most High wanted me to start this channel. I'm like, oh. My back was against the wall bad over there. Like I was stuck in that room for like a year. Like I couldn't work, man. I couldn't move. I was in that little town. Man, nobody want to help me do nothing. Then I went back and was it October the 7th? I think so. I got to the airport, got a nice little rental car, and flew back to Florida. Got a rental car, pulled back up through the neighborhood and everything. One dude said, "Man, I want to go with you and to come back like you." I'm like, man, what? I only been doing this. Nobody want to help me. That's all I was asking for was help. Like to get back on the truck. Nobody want to let me borrow $300. I had stuff I could sell. Nobody wouldn't even buy nothing I had to sell. Brand new shoes and everything. Like so I can get the money up. Like I couldn't do nothing. Like I was like, man, all I needed was like 300. At one point, all I needed was 200. Then it was 300. I'm like, how the hell I can't get? Man, if you see my account right now, you'd be like, what? I'm like, yeah, I couldn't even get $300, man. And then them dudes, they pulled up out there, and like when I was down there in the town talking to another guy, I looked at one guy that was my buddy. He couldn't even look at me. I'm just like he wanted to speak, and I gave him a look like, man, don't speak to me. Like, man, like I can be real gangster, like quick, like you know what I'm saying, like take it there with you. But I ain't do that with you though. Nobody around here. I didn't, like wild out on nobody and go and take something from somebody. I didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, it was getting to a point like, I will. You know what I mean? Like, yo, y'all riding by it. Like, you do tree work. Y'all go out to work every day on big jobs. And then his brother had to pull up, had the nerve to pull up. My brother was watching his car and say, well, it depends on what you do with your money. Like, he was talking to another guy, but I knew he was trying to talk at me. His brother. I'm like, And then they stopped speaking. So I started speaking to anybody over there. Like, man, y'all, what? Couldn't believe, like, what? Y'all ran around and talked about me bad. And then, you know, like, I didn't want to just put up, like, oh, it's a rental car. Man, I ain't trying to turn this thing in tomorrow. That's nothing. Like, shoot. I just wasted $140 on this damn car. You think that's something? I just wasting my money on that. You talking about, oh, you just, dang, man, you have 150 because I had to put gas in it. So, you know, I didn't like that fact that I wasted my money on that doggone rental car. I was mad. I didn't have nobody to come even pick me up. I wasn't gonna Uber because the Uber would have been the same thing. Like it would have been around $120, 130. So I'm like, I might as well just get a rental. Spent like basically 150. I'm like, stupid, but I needed it because I couldn't. I didn't have no one to even come pick me up from the airport, and that's all. And I barely made it out of there to Indiana. And I barely made it out of Indiana. And then when I got here, now my sister, like you seen her on if you watch some of my old videos, she don't talk to me no more because I won't let her just use me like a doormat and just try to like think I got to kiss up to them and like I'm gonna let them shit on me. You know what I'm saying? Like she really tried to do that. And I trusted her, man. Like and y'all saw how it was with her. Then she was acting funny then. You can see how she was looking on the videos. When I look back at the video, I'm like, ooh. She walked in and I was like, dang, you gonna give me a hug? Like, let me get a hug. Like she didn't even want to slow down. I'm like, hey, look at this, look. Hey, just hold on and look. She just kept walking. Like you could see it. Like that's what I've been going through with everybody. Like, you know, so you know, it's like 8 years of just being close with her and like telling her personal things and stuff like that, and you know, and building a relationship with her like that, and being close with her, and just for to come here and like this is my last place I had to go, and I wouldn't have nobody else, nowhere else to go. I'd have been on the street over $600 to fix my license. A little help just to fix that, and look what I did, real quick, boom, like 6 weeks. I was living here. Actually, 2 months of me working. I was living here, but I was putting like 6 weeks. I was putting money down on this place. That's why if you look at one of my shorts, I was sitting in the park. What dude though? The vibe was looking at you, looking at the camera, and I had this little smirk on my face, like. And then I went back to the park. Then I said, check this out. I'm sure how the Most High work when you move right. And I walked in. I walked up to my door and I twisted the key to this place. And so I only got YouTube, man. Like to communicate with something, you know, to have something to communicate with. I watch Pluto. I watch Westerns. I use that to go to sleep now. Like I don't really like TV. I need noise because my ears. And so much, like it helped me sleep when I had the TV on. Like I try to do a little music, meditation music and stuff like that. It don't work for me. It's like you got to be a black and white movie. Like I train myself like that. So yeah, let me order me a pizza. Hang on a second. 7:35. Ouch. I'm on the wrong side of the desk. Hold on a minute, y'all. Let me order a pizza. I'll be back. All right. Boom. All right. Got my piece on the way. My glasses, cricket. This right here. I don't know. They fell in the truck one day and this was bent up, and I'm like, man, I gotta take this to the eye doctor so they don't sit on my face well. So yeah. Well, it's supposed to be part one of my workshop. I know I'm gonna have to do another one tomorrow, and it's just long. I'm just sitting here. I don't know why. Well, I'm here. Like I want to be off, but just talking about me, and you can see I go through a lot. I do. But at least I can take care of myself. I can call and order pizza now, and I'm in my own space. I can start my own workshop in my own office instead of turning a bedroom into a bedroom my office. But I'm gonna keep doing this. Like I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do something like every day. If I, but I need to start. Well, no idea. I have to do videos right now. Just confirmation. You know what I mean? Like, no, I have to do videos for now. So everything's so blissful. I mean, even though like just when I started talking about my past, things I've been through, and back then it kind of like, man, make me feel down. I wouldn't say down. It's just it bothers me because it hurt. Like I've been through so much hurt and pain. Like, and all I wanted to do was just get back on the truck so I can take care of myself. And everybody wanted to block me. And I'm like this all day. I'm not. If a problem arises, I'm the guy that work through the problem. Like, let's fix this problem like right now, and I come up with solutions, and I just fix problems, so there won't be a problem. And so it's better for me to be to myself because man, it's like with what I'm working on this workshop, and I use stuff like Galactic, Angelic, Empire, like Federation. That's gonna be I'm not sure. I have to do another email here so that way we can email back and forth. I gotta wait. But I do have to, do videos now. Like I can't do I can only do so much here. So this is good because I'm just gonna continue to do shorts and do my videos. I want to go live, but I don't. It's not time right now. So I'm definitely gonna be doing more work here. I want to get a bigger board. Like it's gonna be a whole setup. Eventually, it's gonna take a while. So I don't mind. I really enjoyed having this workshop. I really did. Even having this conversation, sitting here, and man, if whoever coming here, y'all can sit through here and watch this thing from the beginning to the end. Man, I got much love for you and much respect, and I appreciate. I don't even want to say appreciate. Like, I got much love and respect for you. Let's do some work. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid to drop something in the comments, and um, we'll see where it go from there. So, yeah. Um, if only like things what I know I need to do, like some things I don't even just like want to start them right now. I want to start some other things, but this is something easy, something simple, and I can work with other people with. Is buying and selling produce, basically, and that can go into trucks, logistics. I have a whole lot of things that I'm going to be lining up where people can come in and partner up with the divine here, because that's what I am, divine. So you're working with the divine, the Most High. You're working with me for sure. Like I don't hide nothing. Like some things, yeah, we all got our own personal things we have to have with, our spiritual team, stuff like that, and our own personal lives. And privacy, respectively, is top priority. People privacy. The Most High he don't do that. He don't get in, he ain't watching everybody, everything. Nah, he don't do that. Nah, he don't do that. Unless he has to. So, but he big on human beings' privacy. Like he don't like that. Like you don't have your privacy. No. Like God watching and stuff like that. Like you got a lot of other things watching. He ain't got time to pay attention to. You gotta know him to. It's not like that. Like what was taught. No. So I fold up my dirty clothes. I don't know why. But like actually since I've been here, I just really just put my just throw them in my basket now. I don't have to fold this up. I don't have to roll my socks together. That means a lot to me to be able to do that at home. It's been a long time. So I'll give you another example since you made it this far. Let's say apples, right? Apples. Ooh, let's go apples. Apples, right? let's say I can get apples at 10 cents a pound. 10 cents. No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I got these numbers figured out and written down. I can get a 25 cents a pound. In the store, I think apples is usually run about I think you get like a pound and a half for like $3. 1.5 pound for $3. Right? If they sell this for $3 in the store, I get it for 25 cents a pound. That means I can sell this. I can sell my price to the store would be my price to store would be what's the number? Oh, I think 175. No, I can sell it to them for $1.25 per pound. So I can buy and sell. If you can see that right. That's why I got to work on this. So I'm just giving you an idea. So I know I can sell this. Oh, they sell it in the store for $3, $3 for a pound and a half. So that means let's just say a pound. I think it's a pound and a half last time I looked. I got all the stuff written down. So that means I can sell it to them for, I'm gonna make it easy. Let me make this easier. Let's just say $1 a pound. Price to the store is $1 per pound. So I'm gonna say it like this. I can get them. Wait a minute. I did do that wrong. Let me start over down here so I can write. So let's say I get apples 25 cents a pound. No, it was 20 cents a pound. 20 cents a pound. Sell per pound. Now I can sell for $1.25 a pound. Okay, so if I get, let's say, 20,000 pounds of apples, 20,000 pounds of apples, I'm going to use my calculator. I'm going to cheat a little bit because I'm kind of tired. Okay. $20,000 pounds of apples times 20 cents. 0.20. So that means I'll pay $4,000 per load. For 20,000 pounds. 20,000 pounds of apples. You see it. Now, if I sell it for $1.25 per pound, okay, so that's 20,000 times 125 equals 25,000 per load. Off $4,000, you can make 25,000 off of selling apples by the pound. So let's just say if I sold it for $1 a pound, but I make 20,000, I still and I still pay 4,000. So let's say if I buy for 4,000, buy for 4,000. Sell, no, make 25,000 per 20,000 pound load. Pieces, yeah. Hello? Okay, I'm coming to the door. Thank you. Boom. Man, that pizza got here pretty quick. So, this is gonna be like what my workshop consists of. Oh, I left my mark. Oh no, I didn't. Speaking about businesses like this, can be very lucrative. You can make good money in this business, but it's a way to do it. It's not easy work. It's not, but I know how to do it, and I can make it easy because I know how to talk the lingo, like how I break it down here. Just give you some numbers, just give you an idea. But these numbers, actual numbers, they're around this area, but they're not going to be exact to the T. I'm not doing the breaking down. How much this? But you can know you got to take this out and pay for that. Of course, we all know that. But you can just do the math for yourself. What you figure out, like, oh, he got to pay for transportation. So to haul apples like this, let's say you pay somebody $3,000 to haul this. Excuse me. But here, with the apples for the process, then I'm going to take it through. It's going to be a bit more than this. Let's say add another $2,000 on this, so it's going to be $6,000 because the process I would have to take the apples through to be able to sell them and make this amount. So that's 6,000. So what did you make like 19,000 per load minus the 3,000 for hauling it. So that'd be like 16,000. Let's just say even 10,000. You make 10,000 profit off of making 4,000. Wait, this, yeah, you make a $10,000 profit. And apples, you could do numbers like this with apples. But I'm not talking about the apples out of Walmart, no, or out of the grocery stores. I don't want to use no names. Excuse me. I want to take that off the record. But just in the grocery store, the apples, the way I can produce sell apples. When I buy the apples in the process, I can take them through, and they're gonna taste so much better than the apples in the store. In the store, it's gonna be the best apple you ever ate in your life. And that's like with any produce that I like to sell. It's gonna be grade A produce. Now, if you want to, like when some things, let's say like watermelons, they're like two stages of certain watermelons I can buy and sell. Like you can get the watermelons where they're a lot prettier than the other ones. We call those like number one watermelons. And then you get number two watermelons where one may be warped a little bit, got a little scarring on it. They're not going to be as pretty as the number one watermelons, but they taste the same. And you can get those dirt cheap and sell those too. And people are buying. They don't have to be pretty. Some places you take them to. Some places can't get watermelons. You tell them for a good price. You tell them a good price, they'll say, oh, heck yeah. Some of them may be a little warped. They're not pretty and round like how they are in the grocery store. They may not look as pretty as ones in there, but they taste the same. So you all can figure that out from there. If you tote something inside your vessel, this kind of money is possible. And so I just gave you just another process. Another commodity under the produce commodity. It's another commodity. Now I went from watermelons to apples. And I can keep giving you numbers on a lot of produce. Like lettuce, I don't too much. The lettuce part would be, I don't like to deal in lettuce. You know what I mean? Like, I like to deal in like mangoes, like depending. Like lettuce, I don't think I would really get into the lettuce game, like Phil, because that's not my. I don't think I would add that to my portfolio so soon until now. If we grew together and get, and became a major brand, yes, yes, we can do produce, cabbage, stuff like that. Um, but I'm more of a, this type of guy, apples and stuff that's mostly found on the East Coast and Mid East. Instead of going to California, going all the way over there and bringing it back, that's another time. Like, yeah, like going to the West Coast and bringing it back to the East Coast, coast to coast. I don't think I would really want to step into that like right away. But it's other things that's growing out of this, and this apples I'm showing you. I showed you watermelons. I hadn't even uh, got to the sweet corn yet. And sweet corn, they buy it like this. As soon as you get it, if you know how to go buy sweet corn, you can sell sweet corn like that. Guaranteed, everybody gonna buy it because people run out. And if you can get the best sweet corn, the bicolor sweet corn, oh man. And I know where to get that from. Thousands and thousands of acres of that. And that's on around, seasonal. So watermelons, I can buy watermelons right now in the wintertime. I know where to get those at. And there's other projects I got to, you know what I mean? And they can help people in other countries and stuff like that too. So, and it's a lot that comes with me. And I'm just giving you just two commodities that could be this possible to move because the apple season, like, like let's say I could buy these apples out of New York and sell them right here in the New York area, Connecticut. Don't even have to go far, so I don't have to pay $3,000 for somebody to take it from the part of New York where I can get it from and bring it here to Massachusetts, Boston. You got, New York. You got Jersey. You got PA. You got DC. You know what I mean? You have Maryland. Um, just different places. What we call terminal areas for logistics and commodities. So produce it'll sell. And I can get oranges from Florida and sell them. I have to see about that one. Oranges are not as plentiful in Florida no more. So the rate for the oranges now is a little more pricier. And I would only, basically sell like fresh oranges. Like I know like Murcock orange. That's my favorite orange. Murcock, oh my goodness. But moving forward, um, I know how to get Florida back into the orange industry again the right way because most of the orange trees died. They dead. I won't even drink the orange juice from that they make that come from the oranges from Florida. Most of the oranges is rotten because they fall off the tree too early. And then now when they ready to pick them, most of them on the ground rotten. They pick those up with the one little bit that's left on the tree and put them in the bin and take them to the plant and smash them and make orange juice. So you're drinking rotten orange juice, really. You're not gonna know it, but I do because I live around there where they grow oranges. So I don't drink orange juice no more. It doesn't even taste the same. It tastes rotten. I know what rotten oranges taste like. I've been around it all my life. So not to badmouth nobody or nothing, but hey, people still drink it. It's still good. I still drink a glass of orange juice. I will. I still drink it. So drink orange juice, rotten orange juice. Okay, it still tastes like a little more like orange juice, but I know the certain taste that it has that I don't like. Like it's more. That means like the oranges are too green. I can taste that green taste that's in the orange juice. You know, like I just know produce because I've been around it all my life. So this one of the things I hated doing was picking apples. I kind of liked it, but my family didn't make it good. You know, so that's what I mean, I had this stuff written down to the T in numbers, and I wanted to move forward, but I couldn't. I had nobody to do it with. So yeah. So hopefully somebody come across this video, and if you stay to this end and you got a chance to see another part of this, like, hey, but I never done a workshop. I call it. I don't like to say class. I don't like to say teaching you. I, I'm more comfortable with saying lessons. I'm giving out lessons over here on this channel now. So I'm going to be doing more workshops. And with doing workshops, we can work together. I have a process where I can help people get CDL license to drive trucks and put people in positions where they don't even have to own a truck. They can buy into a truck, you know, into the industry and receive a check every week, like I showed you from the beginning. So there's a lot of things that I'm working on. So I hope to see y'all in my next video. I'd like to see y'all leave comments down low and say something. If you got this far, I got much love for you. But let me go eat my pizza and get ready for work tomorrow. Boom, I'll holler.